Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Peaked in 6th Grade podcast. I'm Angie.
And I'm Catie. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in to our 10th episode of the Peaked in 6th Grade podcast. Can you believe we've made 10 episodes?
No. I don't know. I don't know how.
Angie and I, we've been trying for years to be relevant online, and we're terrible at it.
Yeah.
Because, when we were younger, we actually, consistently made videos, but I think that's because we were children and we had nothing better to do.
The thing about, because we were so young and our imagination just runs fucking bazonkers.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have, this YouTube show that I thought would be, the most popular YouTube show in history. And, I would write scripts. I'd had, 43 episodes written out. My dad's like, these are really good, Catie. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. And I go back and I'm like, oh, these aren't good. My dad lied to me.
Yeah.
But I was a child. I was like, I can write everything. I can do anything. And I used to go to Angie's house once every 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, let's record 5 videos today. We're gonna
That's what we would do.
5 videos today.
And either I would go over to your house, and sometimes I would sleep over for more than one day, and we would record 20 episodes. Yeah, and we would upload every day, if not twice a day. And it was I can't how did we do that? No, don't ask for the channel name. We're not. No. Don't try to look for it. But now it's we tried to do we've talked about this before. We tried to do a YouTube channel again, but it just didn't work because we were both we're too brain dead. So
yeah, and what's funny is when we were younger, we lived the same distance away, sometimes even farther away than we did a few years ago when you lived in Vegas still.
Yeah.
But now we can drive. But we're no, you're too far away. I can't make a video. I'm sorry. You're too far away. I can't come over to make a video with you. Or, I'd be at my dad's, and I'm I'm at my dad's. Do you want to record? You're I gotta work. Yep. The movie station can't run without me.
And now we live on opposite sides of the country, and we somehow managed to do 10 episodes of a podcast somehow.
And we haven't, when we were doing, bi-weekly. Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I hate words like that where bi-weekly can mean twice a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't really know, but we'll pretend that it means once every 2 weeks.
Make a new word.
Make a new word. Just make a new word.
And I think a part of that has been our old YouTube channel and all of our old Vines. Those never took off because we didn't have anyone actually being I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna support it if you keep doing this.
Yeah.
We just had you and I, and we tried to make girl-defined roast videos.
That did not work well at all.
Maybe when you come to Vegas we can do it.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll upload our failed videos, that time where we tried to film a Lance 210 reaction video in a Target parking lot on my phone.
Sitting in a Target parking lot.
Yeah.
We had nowhere else to go because my house was a mess, and I don't even know if you had a house.
We'll make a channel called the 6th Grade of Rejects, and it'll be all of our old shitty videos we never uploaded.
Well, I actually really like that name.
Yeah, the 6th Grade Rejects.
Because it's funny, I found an old promotional photo that we made where I commissioned an artist to draw both of us for a profile picture because we were we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We're going to do this.
Yeah.
And it says Catie and Angie new videos next week. No.
That was years ago, and we haven't uploaded a single one.
But we tried, didn't we?
We did try.
So I think, and we do plan on keeping this podcast and the Twitch streaming going for a while.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing this. Jayton's hopefully going to be with us for some of the other ones. He's just not here today. I don't think we said that, but Jayton's not here today. It's just
if you haven't noticed.
Jayton's not here.
Yeah.
On this live record. No, he's just not talking. He's here.
He's somewhere. We just don't know where. He became mute overnight.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for all the support that you've given us. We wouldn't be doing this without you because we wouldn't have the motivation.
We really wouldn't. So
we're not the most motivated people in the world.
No.
We need a push to actually make work.
Yeah, so it's just knowing that people are expecting us to do something we'll do it.
When people are actually excited and they're I actually enjoy listening to you guys and hearing this every once in a while.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Makes us feel good. Makes us want to actually keep on going. And we've made 10 of these, so
that's cuckoo.
All right. So let's get into the podcast stuff.
Let's get into the potting and casting.
So this is a little bit irrelevant at this point, but I want to bring it up anyways because I just want to ask a fun question. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather
ridiculous
are gonna get into a fight, a boxing fight.
I just
no, everyone's favorite YouTube boy, Logan Paul,
and everyone's favorite YouTube boy, Floyd Mayweather, my favorite YouTuber.
I've never seen who's Floyd Mayweather. I've never seen his YouTube.
I don't think I've seen his vlogs or anything.
Yeah, is he a vlogger? Does he do reaction videos?
Yeah, not sure.
Never heard of this guy before. I bet Logan's really gonna beat him. I can't believe being like as famous as Floyd Mayweather and being like, hey, that Logan Paul kid from the YouTube.coms, I want to fight him next.
I just want to know how much they fucking paid him.
Mm-hmm. They had to, I feel like he didn't want to, but
no.
Logan Paul, listen,
or maybe he has something, like he has some blackmail. He's gonna release some blackmail against Floyd if he doesn't do it.
It's like, hey Floyd, I'm gonna tell everyone your real name is April Weather, and let you fucking fight me in the ring. And he's like, please no, God no.
Yeah. That's what happened.
I'm really excited for this. I hope it's like just one hit.
Just one. Just one hit and he fucking kills Logan Paul. And Logan Paul is dead.
And then no, oh my god, what if Floyd Mayweather kills Logan Paul in the ring and then he's like, whoa, a dead body, and he puts him in the thumbnail.
Holy shit.
That was the plan. It's just to kill Logan Paul and be like, hey guys, we're at the suicide forest and Logan Paul.
Holy shit. That would be so good. And then he just starts laughing.
And he's like, oh, and he's wearing like a little hat.
No, he has the hat in his back pocket the whole time. He just starts recording, puts it on.
I think that's the plan. That's this plan.
That's what I'm hoping for. Not that.
I hope one day that we become like popular online, kind of tying back to what we just said, that we get into fights.
Yeah.
Who would you fight? Like if you ever become famous, like and you get like started getting so arrogant, like I can start boxing celebrities. Who do you want to fight?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. I have no reason. I just think it'd be funny. I just want to see how she would react.
I think you could do it.
Yeah.
But what I think would happen is like you'd start like getting into the ring and then Kanye would be like, whoa, Angie, I was just to say one thing. Kim Kardashian put out the best boxing in the world. And then you're like, just fight him too.
Who would you fight?
Michael Cera.
Why?
I just think I could beat him. I think I'd be like ready to box and Michael Cera would just be like,
you're underestimating his skills.
Hi, it's me, Michael Cera. No, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
And he went fucking crazy.
He fights.
Oh, yeah. He fights.
So now that I'm thinking about it, probably a bad idea. I would lose. I don't think I could actually beat anybody in a fight. I'm not very strong.
I think I could beat Dave in a fight.
Your boyfriend, Dave?
I could beat my boyfriend, Dave Kratzy, in a fight.
Is he the celebrity that you're going to fight?
He's the celebrity I'm going to fight. Yeah.
How what's your strat plan on?
I would go, hey Dave, I'm gonna start crying if you, like, we're gonna be in the ring, and I'm like, no, don't, I'll cry, and then he'll be like, oh no, I'm so sorry, and then he'll try to hug me, and I'll just go right for the nuts, and then he'll and that's how it'll go.
Dave's in the other room just like,
he can hear me right now. He can hear me. Probably.
Well, now you're telling him your strat plan.
Dave was recording a video yesterday. That was really interesting. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw him post about it, but I did not look at it because I have the attention span of a 5-year-old.
Yeah, so I'm sure people who are in chat know what I'm talking about, but he made a video talking about stan culture because there was a really, like, big moment that happened in the whole, like, our side of the community on Twitter, because there was this person, I'm not going to name any names, but people may know who I'm talking about, who went on a tangent talking about how stan culture is horrible and toxic and like the worst thing to ever happen and how shitty it is and how shitty stans are.
Y'all ever heard about the Holocaust? I think that's
that's a little worse. Just a little. But yeah, and
Hitler stans were kind of crazy though.
Anyway. So I mean, I'm definitely like, I want to agree with what Dave said because he was just saying like that's not true. Like as long as stans are not hurting anyone, it's fine. One thing that I definitely think is like actually fucking insane is how big of a deal the whole Dream Team stan community is. I don't think it's like crazy or toxic or psychotic or anything. I just think it's really interesting because personally I have never seen any fucking thing like it. Like I don't know if you've seen any of the shit that they talk about.
I'm sometimes on Dream TikTok, but I personally have never seen a Dream Team video before.
Or like, have you just seen any of the shit that gets on Twitter trending?
I saw Quackity got into a fight with Donald Trump once.
Yeah, it's just these like ridiculous things where like, I forgot what it was about Quackity, but he just like said something on stream and then the word was trending, and then they'll give a description on Twitter trending about the creator, and just like people like Technoblade and Dream that are trending like every day on. I just think it's crazy. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think I've ever seen like such a big community before.
Yeah.
I mean, think it might have to do with that there's several people, and like there's several people a part of the Dream SMP.
Yeah.
It's like there's always someone that you're like someone's gonna like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there is some shit that goes on in that community that's questionable. Like, a lot of the times people will, which this has been a problem for a while, like shipping real life people has always been a questionable thing.
Yeah, like the Dan, I remember like, I was in 2014, I was a part of the Dan and Phil fandom.
Yeah.
Where it's like, people would ship Dan and Phil, and they'd be like, hey, this makes us really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they're like, my little small bean. And it's like they both came out as gay, and like some people, and like they were like open. They're like, we were in a relationship. People were like, I knew it. It's like, can you not just like be happy?
Be happy for them, yeah.
Who they are and being open about it, instead of just being absolutely terrible people and feeling like invasive and be like, I knew it the whole time. That's like cool. They don't care. No one cares.
Like,
just be like.
Once it starts getting invasive and creepy, and with real people that have like real lives that aren't just online with a person that they talk to, like I've had friends who are in relationships and have gotten shipped with other creators, and it's like, no, don't do that.
This kind of reminds me of that iCarly episode where it was like Creddy fans versus the SETI fans, and they got into like a whole war, and they're like, we're not interested in any of us.
Yeah. Speaking of iCarly, did you see that there's a reboot?
There's a reboot?
Yeah, did you see that?
I actually did. Because you remember Chuck from iCarly?
Chuck?
Like the little kid.
The little kid
that would fight Spencer. He has a TikTok. He has a TikTok, and he like said, like, everyone's coming back. Carly's coming back. Sam's coming back. Freddy's coming back. Spencer's coming back. And he had like a water gun.
No way. No, but actually,
like,
I don't think Sam is coming back. I don't think Jeanette McCarty, because she's expressed her, like, well, Dave and I completely understand. Yeah, she's expressed how she had like lots of, not necessarily issues with iCarly or Nickelodeon in general, but just like self-image issues. And it was actually specifically with Sam and Kat, and how she had like self-image issues, and they paid her less than Ariana Grande. And so I don't know 100% because they haven't like released all, but you know who I would fucking love to come back? Gibby.
Lubert.
Gibby! Because Noah Monk has the fucking Sad World YouTube channel where he does those absurd videos. Have you seen the Sad World videos?
I've seen it. I think you sent me one.
Yeah.
That's all that I saw.
Yeah, if you guys, for anyone listening, if you don't know Sad World, it's Noah Monk and his brother Ethan Monk, I think, the one who plays Guppy, and they have a YouTube channel called Sad World, and it's like the most absurd videos you have ever. They're so good. But if he came back to iCarly, that would be like revolutionary.
Did you ever know that there was supposed to be like a Gibby reboot on Nickelodeon? Like,
yeah.
There's a show about Gibby, but they like never did it, which is very upsetting because he's great. Gibby
he's so good. He was the best.
No, definitely.
He's the only
absolute
S tier. And Tebow?
Tebow. Remember when Tebow had a move-in with Freddy and his mom, and he was like all professional.
Hello, Mrs. Benson. Terrence? I forgot his name was Terrence. Terrence Bow.
Please, Mr. Bow is my father. Call me Terrence.
I hate it.
All right. Well, speaking of iCarly, this is not really the best tangent in the world. I'm just trying to think of a question, right?
Yeah.
Melody, our friend Melody, she asked us who our biggest inspirations are, like just in like our videos and like in our life. I think iCarly is a pretty big inspiration to you and I.
Genuinely, yeah.
It might not be like they're not like we wouldn't think of them as like our inspiration, but when you actually go back and think of the humor that we grew up on, iCarly definitely has to be one of them.
100%.
In our earliest YouTube days, and it was just you and I on our like weird little shows where we would just like do like dumb webcam videos. I think we wanted to be iCarly. We saw that, and we're like, we can do that. You're the blonde, you're the dark-haired friend, and I'm the blonde one.
The thing about iCarly is that their whole like thing was randomness like that, and especially back because I think iCarly started in like 2006, but then in like 2011 was its peak, and I think that was when like the whole random thing was big, and that was what we like, that was when we really just were so into that it was so engraved in our minds that in all of our videos it was just like the random shit. And
but like I feel like we didn't know how to, because we were kids and the writers of iCarly were functioning adults.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to express randomness in a way that was actually funny.
Yeah.
We just were like, mustache. I feel like you can, in like our early days, again, talking about that, then we're gonna like move up more. We're just gonna go like our inspirations when we were younger to us now. I think when we were younger, our favorite YouTubers were Ryan Higa and the Computer Nerd.
Yeah.
Those were our two biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
We loved them so much. They were the best YouTubers. I still think
they still are. It still stands.
I haven't seen any of their recent stuff, but I support them. I still follow both of them on YouTube.
Yeah, there was a point in time, like,
so
it was up to maybe a year ago when I was, maybe a year or two ago, when I was watching Ryan's videos, like, every video he would do, and I was listening to his podcast. Have you seen any of his podcast?
I've heard of it, but I have never seen it.
Yeah, it's just like
in the podcast.
He's still, I feel like, such a big inspiration for my comedy because it's been engraved into my mind since I started watching him in like 2010, and yeah.
We've even like made, like when we were younger, we used to just recreate his videos and be like, this is funny if we just steal someone else's entire content. But we didn't like put it online. We just thought it'd be like fun to do.
And it was like good, like to build our chemistry together for videos and stuff. We would like recreate Ryan Higa videos in the Computer Nerd 01, and that definitely shaped our humor a lot.
Definitely. They were like but like they were also, especially the Computer Nerd 01, he was also random equals funny.
Exactly.
But he was functioning enough to know how to do it properly.
Yeah.
But we'd be like, we can do that. We can be funny and random. People like that, right? But we didn't do it right. We were just stupid.
Yeah.
And then when we like move up more into like when we stopped doing YouTube, when we started doing more like Vine and like those kind of, we never were on Vine, but we like made Vines.
Yeah.
I would say our biggest inspirations had to be Lucas,
Josh,
Boys Rule, and Josh
Kennedy, and Boys Rule Lucas. If you guys know, I'm sure you guys know. Who else?
Devin Palmer.
Oh yeah, Devin Palmer. They're all on TikTok, I think.
Yeah.
And
they're still all they're all great. They still are, but they were like the funniest people, and they really did shape our humor, and we still reference them every single day.
Literally, like I was texting Katie about this the other day, but I watch Lucas Boys Rule, his Vine compilation on YouTube, like often, and I have a whole notes page in my phone with timestamps to like our favorite Vines that we reference. So.
Yeah, no, like we were trying to think of like different sounds for our Twitch, like what we should do, like for like raid noises and stuff. And I'm like, I'm watching a Josh Kennedy compilation. You're like, I'm watching a Lucas compilation right now.
That's how you know how much they shaped us.
We are absolutely they are the best. They were the funniest people. And then obviously like Drew, and then I think like when we started moving on to YouTube is like Drew, Cody, and Noel,
Danny Gonzalez for sure. All of the Curtis Connor.
They were when we wanted to do reaction videos like they do. We tried to do a girl-defined video, like we said, a Lance 210 video. We wanted to be like them. We thought we could be the next Cody and Noel.
Yeah,
but
sure.
We're not that. We weren't funny.
No,
a couple years ago.
No one can really reach their. But another thing that they both,
Absolutely.
all of them do, like where they'll kind of just outline their videos and they'll like watch the video beforehand and think about jokes. And it's like I feel like for us that would probably take weeks to just like write out actual genuine jokes.
How Angie and I are is like we cannot be funny if we wrote it down. Like we tried to do scripts, but we couldn't do that. But we can only do improv.
It has to be like raw.
Like when we plan out the podcast, it's like we have like a set list of what we're gonna do, but we don't have any jokes written beforehand. We have no idea what direction this is gonna go in, and then we're like, that's good. This is good. This works.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we know what we're gonna talk about. We just don't know how we're gonna get there or exactly.
We can be funny, but on accident.
On accident, exactly. There's no funny on purpose for us.
Absolutely not.
It don't
we
happen
cannot
like
write
that.
Scripts. I used to write scripts as a kid. Can't do it now because I don't even have the attention span for that.
No, yeah, and also it's just like I try to think of something and then I just forget all the funny.
And then I feel like it'd be kind of like fake if I was just like, "Hi, Angie, it's time to deliver a pizza ball."
So coming up next on our podcast list, it's time to deliver a pizza ball.
Do you have like any other inspirations besides? I feel like another one for our current comedy: Bo Burnham, John Mulaney.
Bo Burnham and Bo Burnham, I think, is at the top of the list. Not even just like going from, you know, like earliest inspirations to latest, but I mean just like in general.
Yes.
That is the person I want to be.
Is Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham is the person I want to be. Like, he is so fucking talented, not just at comedy and writing jokes and writing music, but he directed a fucking movie.
Which we saw together.
And it was amazing. I've seen it 4 other times since then. And his last Netflix special, which I think he's like retiring from comedy, unfortunately, but his last Netflix special, he directed and he did all the lights for it and all the shit, and it was just like, he's just perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go into next, is who like our overall inspirations would be. I would say my biggest inspiration would be the brothers from my brother and me, Griffin, Travis, and Justin. And that's kind of like what made, I listened to their podcast. I watched their gaming channel. That they're literally who I want to be. I want to make videos like them. I do a podcast like them. I want to do like a Monster Factory type thing with you. I love them. They're like the funniest people to me, and I would love to. And they go on, like, they do like live podcasts. Like, they go on tour and they like just do like a live podcast in front of like an audience of people. Yeah. I think that'd be like a fun thing to do one day. Sure, I'd have a lot of anxiety about it, but like, it'd be so cool to like reach that level of fame with our podcast. And just like, what I want to do is I just want to make people laugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what. And
we want to make people laugh. We want to like make happy and be like comfort people for whatever.
Yeah, and I feel like we've both had that same mindset for literally ever.
That's literally
forever.
It's like, we want to make people laugh. On our old channel, we had like 3,000 subscribers. People would tell us, "You guys are so funny," and I think that's like what made us keep doing it. Is people think that we're funny. So we're gonna keep doing this.
How long do you think it's been? Almost 10 years since we started that channel?
2021 would be 10 years. It's
almost been fucking 10 years since we started our first YouTube channel. That's crazy. Holy shit.
We've been trying to do stuff before that too. Like, we tried to make like other little videos like that. But like, we never like put it out there online because we were like we weren't like, we were too young, I think. We were 10 years old. Yeah. When my cousins were 10, whenever I tried to record a YouTube video with them, their mother would make them put on sunglasses and wigs so they couldn't be traced or found at all.
Yeah, that's how I was. I had a channel with some of my other friends, and we did the same thing. We did we didn't do wigs, but we literally just put sunglasses on, and we were like, no one's gonna know who it is now.
We had fake online names for a while, too, that we used, and I think that was like the most that we actually did to conceal our identity. And also, we used dolls as people, so you couldn't really tell anything about us. But I thought that was like a funny period in time where it's like we did the best that we could with what we had.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope that we make you guys laugh, maybe some comedy. Maybe you guys like our comedy. We make you feel happy and good.
Maybe.
That's all that we want. Maybe.
No pressure.
All right, we're gonna go back to our questions. Our friend Kyle asked in our Discord server. He asks what the biggest difference is between both of us. And I think this is a good segue question to talk about next.
Yeah.
Is because we talk about how we have nearly the exact same, like, biggest inspirations for everything that we've done through our comedy.
Yep.
But I don't think we're the same person.
No.
We make jokes all the time about how it's like, I am Catie and I am Angie and we are the same person.
Yeah.
But I think mentally, we've known each other for 20 years. We've always said we share a brain. I have half of it, and then you have the other half.
We have literally always said that forever, like since we were probably like 5. Like, our parents have said that too since we've known each other.
They've been like, we have and I still think that holds up. We
for sure.
The exact same
we do.
Way.
We have the same brain function for sure.
Same comedy. We think that's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But I would say there are strong differences between the two of us.
Yeah. Like, we had, like, our interests besides comedy aren't really the same at all.
No, not. Not
the same TV shows. Maybe music, but it's like, not really.
No. I would say, I think a big reason for that is we stopped talking after the 6th grade.
Yep.
Like, that's the podcast peaked in the 6th grade, everybody. No, but we stopped being friends after the 6th grade, and like until a year ago.
Yeah.
When we started actually talking again. I think that's like a big factor, is like our our big development years.
Of course.
Like, when we start like figuring out who we are, we did not spend together.
Yeah.
So like, when I was in middle school, I was the emo nerd kid, and you were like I'm
No,
going to Coachella.
I was like, I'm going to Coachella. I wanted to be like the funny random mustache kid. I wore like red pants and like just like horrible clothes that I thought were like super bright, and I wanted to be like out there. And that's the kind of person that I wanted to be.
And I could tell you always wanted to be like an influencer and a creator.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I started I think we wanted to be like different kinds of creators too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I wanted to do more like funny vines and stuff and stop motion. Stop motion was a really big thing for me. Even after our YouTube channel died, I still kept doing stop motion animation. And then you were like kind of like an influencer type person, at least on Instagram, from what I could see of you.
Yeah, and even like actually exactly at that time, like 7th, 8th grade, I had a YouTube channel that was doing somewhat well. Like I have old videos that have like 1,000 views. They were horrible, but I was doing shit like I did like what not to wear at school and just like shit like that. Like I wanted to be like that type, and I had like the instrumental ukulele music in the background, and that was not what Catie was interested in like at that time.
Yeah, and then you look at my videos, one of my old vines. I was like, ISIS is still here.
Yeah, so that's not good. So that's just
like when I was in middle school and after we stopped being friends, I found like my old friend group where I was like the emo kid, like the weird one, that like social reject type person. Well, you seemed more normal.
Yeah.
Like normal presenting.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like at the time I wanted to fit into whatever culture would make me like popular. I wanted people to like me. I wanted to fit in with other people. So I tried really hard to just do things that I thought were popular. Yeah, Catie was the girl that meowed at random people.
I've never been bullied before, and I've never been bullied before, and I think I needed that.
Yeah.
Like we have like really different interests. Like I'm more into anime and cartoons, stuffed animals, and like Nintendo games and stuff like that. And you're into now it's your turn to speak.
I really don't know. Like I don't know what that's now that you bring it up, like I was just trying to think like I don't know what I'm into. I watch streamers, I guess frequently. I like to watch like gaming videos once in a while. I edit gaming videos for a living. So it's like I don't know, I like teen drama shows.
I don't. I like BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Which you've told me for the past
two or 3 years that I've been
watching BoJack Horseman soon, and I'm like, you really should. It's a really good show. I love BoJack Horseman. And then you're like, I'll get to it. I'll get to BoJack Horseman soon, and then you never do.
Still haven't seen it. I have nothing against the show. Like I've heard so many good things about it.
It's really good. It's one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite show.
Yeah.
It's great. It has like lots of strong messages, and it's really funny. And I think it's kind of like us, where it's like we talk about like really important subjects, but also we're gonna say something really stupid along.
Yeah, like big nuts. We'll go, I was bullied in middle school. Big nuts. That's how the podcast works.
Yeah, and like I'll be like, hey, I suffered from like a lot of trauma due to like all this stuff. Time to deliver a pizza ball.
Yeah.
Like I think you would like that show. But yeah, back to differences between us. I just think it's down to our interests.
And our interests, and like you said, the development years, like literally after the 6th grade, like going into high school is a very, very important time period for people who are growing up. That's when you figure out what you like, who you are, the type of people you want to be around, and we weren't friends at the time. So we just like developed entirely different interests.
And I changed a lot in high school because I tried to stop being emo. Because like I saw like a lot of my friends were like being bullied for that, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'm in high school now, I need to grow up. And so I tried to be normal for 2 years. That's when I met Jayton, and I centered my personality around Jayton.
Yeah.
Because he was my only friend, and so I became the female Jayton Brophy.
Pretty much.
Then Jayton and I's friendship broke off, and then I started dating my boyfriend Frank, who I'm still with. And then that's when I started being like, okay, I'm gonna be my own person. I have this boyfriend who likes me for who I am. He does not care about what I do. I can say anything to this man. He'll be like, okay, babe, whatever you say.
That's literally how my relationship with Dave. Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, babe, what if I'm a cat girl maid for Christmas? He's like, for Halloween. Like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Whatever. I don't care.
And that's how it should be.
And now I'm just like, okay, I know who I am. I'm not going to keep centering my personality around because like my personality was just whoever my best friend was at the time. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna become my own human being. This is me. I'm a human being, and I would say I'm weird, but that's okay.
I feel like we kind of had the same, not exactly the same situation happen, but like I also changed in high school. I didn't want to be that person where I was like, I want to do these videos and be outgoing and try to do what other people like, and I like stopped going to high school because I realized how much I fucking hate the people that I am surrounded by. And like I in 10th grade I just stopped doing it. I started doing online, and I met like a really cool friend group online, and I started even just making different content. I surrounded myself with people who like the same things I did, and then that's literally the moment that Catie and I like reconnected. And we realized that like for the most part, besides our interests, like the way that our brain worked never really changed, and like our chemistry together when we do content,
we still think the exact same.
We still think the exact same way. Yeah, it's yeah. So
I think us growing up apart from each other was actually good for us. I
it
feel like
was.
our friendship would not have survived.
It was for sure, because it's like people that I was friends with the time that we weren't talking, don't talk to them at all anymore.
No, all my best friends from middle school, I've grown apart from them. There's one of my best friends. I saw them recently. They've changed a ton since the last time I saw them, but we still work the same way. But we just don't have like that connection anymore, where we cannot talk consistently anymore. Yeah. And a lot of my other best friends from middle school, we don't talk at all. I don't see any of them anymore. We're not the same person at all. And I feel like if we did grow up around the same time, when you were trying to be like this YouTube influencer, just girly things, and I was trying to be the most emo kid I possibly could.
Yeah.
Like, shaved half my head. I think we would not have been like, no, this isn't.
It wouldn't have lasted. We would have gotten tired of each other quickly, and when eventually when we grew out of it, we wouldn't have the same like connection and chemistry, and it wouldn't have worked.
No, I don't think that would have really worked out, because I feel like we were just watching each other from a distance and not like interacting and like ever conflicting with each other. I think that was the perfect way to be. It's just for us to occasionally then I think like starting 10th grade we started hanging out again, but not as much. And I think that was like a good period for us to start like kind of reconnecting again, like slowly starting to become friends again, to being where we are now. Because we used to only hang out like 3 times a year. And that was only when I was like in town, or when Jayton would be like, I'll drive to go see Angie. I'll go see Angie. Can we go see Angie? And I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to go see Angie. Okay. Well,
yeah. When Jayton and I first met, it was really interesting.
Man, the Seinfeld theme song when you walked into the car.
Yeah.
I think we already talked about that though.
We did.
But yeah, and then we went from talking like once a month, maybe, just being like, hey, funny joke, good comedy. You did really good comedy there.
Yeah.
And then we just be like, okay, that works. It's like, hey, are you ever coming to Vegas? Like, no, I'm in Arizona.
I remember like I didn't when I moved out, I like didn't tell anyone until a week before I moved.
Yeah, I was being like, you're moving? And then Jayden's like, I'm moving too. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no.
And then like after I moved, we didn't really talk much, and then we were like, let's do a podcast. And now we're doing a podcast.
And I think we said let's do a podcast in March. And then our first episode came out in August.
Yeah. But hey, we did it, and we're 10 episodes in.
Look at us, and we brought our good friend Jayton. He's not here today. You didn't notice that.
If you didn't notice,
but we brought him in, and I think it's been like a really good vibe for all of us.
Oh,
and
yeah,
people like us, and I think that's good and encouraging. And we hope to keep doing this. I've repeated myself 3 times now.
That's fine. Keep repeating yourself.
It keeps coming back to that.
Yeah.
I feel, because all these questions are based around us. So this is kind of also tying back into everything we were saying. This is just gonna be a quick one, just so we're in this situation anyways. Catie asks if we've ever been in a fight, not like a physical one.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to think.
I know that we definitely have once, because I remember when we have to use like those like flip phones where you have to like press a bunch of buttons to talk. I don't remember what happened, but we were like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't like you very much. Bye. And I was like, yeah, okay.
I think we briefly talked about this maybe in the first episode or something, but yeah, I don't remember what it was at all. But I just texted Catie and I was like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. We're like, it's over. We broke up.
It didn't last very long.
No, it didn't. We started hanging out like less than a year later, and it wasn't like a fight where we got in I don't think we've ever gotten in an argument.
I don't think I don't remember any, at least.
Yeah, I don't think we could have got, like, I don't, because I think our brain literally works in the same way that...
There is nothing for us to really fight about. And the only time that we'd ever have any big differences would be when we didn't talk in general. I
Yeah.
don't think it would be anything I have to argue with you on.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just like admire, like I just watch you from a distance, be like, good for her.
Yeah, exactly. And like we would do it in a way where it's like we wouldn't talk for a few months or a year or something, but then as soon as we would see each other after that period, instantly we were like the same exact way we were before we stopped talking.
Like nothing changed. Like, oh, I just saw you last week, I'm sure, the way that we're talking with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to answer that one real fast. We never got into any fights. And then, all right, who's just Gianna? Gianna asks, this is just a fun one. If who would die first? And like, was there a situation? Okay, if we were stuck on an island together, who do you think would die first? I would think of this kind of like Minecraft survival.
Well, if it's Minecraft, we know who's dying first, but
It's me.
I think we would die at the exact same time.
Because it's not like one of us is smarter than the other one. In like a straight smart sense. I don't think either of us are smarter than the other one. Where like one of us would be like, no, we gotta make a fire, we gotta go kill for food. I couldn't kill for food.
I couldn't kill for food either. That's how we would die.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I can't kill the sheep. No, I can't go stab it. No, it's gonna die if I do that. And I'd feel like garbage. Or like, I'd kill it and I'd be like, no, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah. And we would both die of starvation. I am literally vegan, so
You'd just be munching on grass.
I would eat. No, how I would die is I would try to find things that are vegan, like plants, but then the first plant I ate would be poisonous and I would die.
In a survival situation, would you just be like, I can't be vegan anymore if this is how I have to survive? It's just by killing.
Realistically, I think it would be, I would have to know for sure that that's like the only way that I'm living. Not necessarily because I'm vegan, but just because like I can't kill. I don't know how I would react in that situation. I mean, I probably would do it regardless of the whole like vegan, because I don't do it for like that purpose. I don't give a fuck about animals. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck animals. Me and my homies hate animals.
So yeah, no, but I would. It would just like take a little bit of thinking.
Like you'd have to be like, okay, there's no grass.
No grass.
There's no lettuce over here.
No lettuce, no carrot.
And it'd just be like, this is just what we have. This is just how you have to survive.
Yeah.
This is it. But I don't think either of us would be good in a survival setting.
No, not at all. We would die. Both of us would die at the same time and very quickly.
Here's how it's gonna happen. So we don't know how to make water properly or food. So we're gonna start becoming really dehydrated, and we're just gonna be. It's time to deliver a pizza. Just going mentally.
We'll spiral into insanity first.
We just spiral into absolute insanity where we're just gonna be quoting just random shit, and we're just gonna be like laughing, and then we're just gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way to go.
It is a good way to go. You know, we're having a good little fun time, little funnies. We'll try and record some vines, some TikToks.
We're just stranded on an island check. And it's just you, and you're like sitting on the ground eating some grass, and you're like,
exactly.
Like the Family Matters intro.
Yeah, I'm just like eating grass, and I turn around and I'm like,
and then there's just me, and I'm just like sitting in the water, just like looking out into the world, and I'm like, hi.
That's how it would go.
I don't think we could do it.
No, we would not survive.
Absolutely not. Neither of us. It's literally not who would die first. It's we would both die. Neither of us.
It's just how.
Or maybe you could just tweet big boobs, and then everyone would be like, "Hey Angie, we're ready to save you."
Yeah.
You know how like in like movies, like survival movies, people write like SOS onto the ground and in the sand. You just write big boobs.
That's what I would do.
Hey, you got big boobs here. Where are they? Where are the boobs? Where are them honking titties at?
Exactly.
They'd be like, can you guys save us? It's like, there's no boobs here. Gotta go.
Oh, big boobs.
Oh, gotta love them, huh? Big honkers.
Them big titties, huh?
All right, this is going to be the last question we're going to ask. It's from Alora on our Twitch stream. We're streaming right now. You should follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/peaked-in-6th-grade. This is a promotion now. She asks us what our favorite social media apps are. And I would say Twitter and TikTok are my current favorite ones.
100%, I agree with you. I think Twitter has just become such an outlet for shit that, like, the first thing that comes into my brain, I just go, time to tweet.
No, it's so funny when I'm hanging out with Frank and I'm, like, really high or something, and I just say the dumbest thing in the world. And he's like, don't tweet that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go tweet that. No. Like, he can tell, he sees it in my eyes. I'll just be like, I fucking hate Isaac Newton. Wait a minute. Good tweet.
Dave and I were talking once, and then it was just out of nowhere or something, and then he was just like, cum is not a meal replacement. And then he tweeted it, and now that's his most liked tweet, and it has like 30,000 likes.
That's literally how I get if I sit down and like think, what's a good tweet? I'm not gonna think of it.
I'm either pooping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either pooping in the shower or just like having a conversation with Dave, and then I'll just.
That's how all my tweets. And it's so funny, like how back to talking about progression. When I was 12 through 14, my favorite app was Instagram. I loved Instagram. You couldn't get me off Instagram. I loved that Instagram. I used to have a Monster High fan page that had 13,000 followers. I was the most followed Monster High fan page. I was extremely into Monster High. I got bullied for not liking it anymore. But now that I'm back to being an adult with my own grown money, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
At that time, I think like 13, 14, my favorite social media was Tumblr. That was what I was about.
I used to love Tumblr when I was like in 9th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
Tumblr was like my favorite. I love Tumblr.
And then they ruined it.
I would never post on Tumblr. Are you talking banned porn?
No. They did a lot of other things besides that.
Wait, when did they
I had like 2 blogs that I ran on Tumblr where I would just like repost like aesthetically pleasing images, and I had like a theme. Like one of them was just like pastel pink, and then a black and white one, and I was like trying to be like super mysterious. And
I used to use I still sometimes actually use Tumblr. I would never post on it. I never posted on Tumblr, but Tumblr is actually still funny. They do make funny posts, and I still use it, but not as much as
same.
everything else that I use. But back to talking about Instagram. I hate Instagram now.
Me too. Yeah.
I hate using it. We have a peaked in 6th grade Instagram account. I don't use it. I hate using it. I never update on it. Like if we stream, I don't post about it. I forget.
It really is. Yeah, I rarely post on my Instagram. I think the last time I posted was months ago.
Yeah, Instagram's like been ruined to me. Like the algorithm's all messed up. Everyone who's on Instagram are just people who peaked in high school. Not me though. I peaked in the 6th grade.
I peaked in the 6th grade. Yeah.
Well, credits. No, but I just don't like using Instagram. Like it's just like it's just not as good. No one's funny because I like funny things, and no one's funny on Instagram really, or they just like repost memes they saw on Twitter.
That's literally that's all it is. That's all it is. It's either like reposted from Twitter or Tumblr, or just like videos from TikTok. Like they did the whole Reels thing, but every single reel is just a TikTok reposted.
And then like I want to just like go into this. Around the same time, like after Instagram, my Instagram phase, I loved Vine. God, did I love Vine.
I miss her.
I miss Vine. People say TikTok is better than Vine. I don't think so.
Here's the thing.
There's like different.
I think in certain ways TikTok is better than Vine.
Yeah.
But as far as algorithm-wise, but as far as like culturally, I don't think TikTok could ever surpass the way Vine has like engraved certain not necessarily just references, but even like types of humor or just like people. That's how they started their career. Like Danny Gonzalez, Cody Ko, all of them started their career from Vine, and it's like yeah. And I know there's people like that from TikTok, like Charlie D'Amelio and them, but I just think that it was just like I don't know, crazy.
I feel like TikTok they have. The way that TikTok's algorithm works is you see people more than people that you follow. Vine, it was only people that you followed. So with TikTok, I've discovered a ton of new music, a ton of different like animes and games that I play, like Danganronpa. I found that from TikTok because I'm a trend follower. All my music tastes, they're all songs I found on TikTok because I'm really lame. But these are actually like good songs. I enjoy listening to them. Vine never gave me that, where they gave me new interests, and I never like met people off Vine. TikTok is easier to get a following on. Yeah. Because it's just a For You page-based algorithm. So it's like you can find anything. Vine, you had to like go looking for it. But the comedy from Vine, and I'm not talking about like Lele Pons, King Botch, no. I'm talking about Lucas and Josh. I watched all of them. I watched their compilations, and I'm like, this is the funniest shit.
Or like people like Gabe Gundacker, or like there are people that have like they're genuinely now they're like successful like
Mitt Romney.
stand-up comedians, and it's crazy how the comedy on Vine was just so fucking good.
And I feel like with TikTok, even though the algorithm base, like the For You page, it is a good way to get followers, but it's just, you'll see something funny and then you'll forget about it. You won't follow the person. Sometimes I don't follow everyone on my For You page. I'll be like, that's a funny video, and then I'll never think about it again.
Yeah.
I think about Lucas Vines every day of my life.
Yeah.
I'll accidentally quote it every day. Like, it's just like, hey, MTV, welcome to my crib. It's kind of like a dog right now, but we're working out the kinks.
You know what I was saying in my head all day yesterday? No one's gonna get this. I was going, this is my life right now. just stupid shit like that like when I'm saying them, I forget like, oh, that was a Vine that I'm like, I don't know if that's just a personal thing, like just related to me and you, but I feel like a lot of people just have shit that's like
just like Vine. It's just Vine. I think the comedy on Vine was better, and it's just like more memorable. That's the right word to use. So it's just like, I just want to talk about TikTok versus Vine, because it's a good app. TikTok is a good app. There's you find lots of things on there. You learn things from TikTok. Like, I've actually learned stuff from TikTok.
Yeah.
I was updated about the election on TikTok.
Me too.
That's how I found out stuff. It's like, oh, Nevada hasn't voted yet. Thank you. 10 people on my For You page for making jokes about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Vine. I miss Vine so much, but I think it died at the right time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And I think that's a podcast. I think we did a podcast just now.
We just did a podcast, and that is all the time that we're going to give you guys.
So we just want to say thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for supporting us through these 10 episodes that we've done here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to our Twitter page, Peaked in 6, the 6 is a number, not a letter, and you're gonna go there. In our bio, we have our link tree. It's gonna lead you to everything. It's gonna lead you to our public Discord community and all that stuff. And it's just gonna show you like all of our Twitter, our Instagram, our TikTok. We're everywhere. Our Twitch. You're just gonna see all of that there, and we'd love it if you'd follow us and support us there. And it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And thank you all, and have a great day.
Time to deliver a pizza ball.